If this is a micro fig, this is a mini fig, and this is a big fig, this has got to be a GIGAFIG. Before we start, one, thank you so much LesDIY for sending me this set. Affiliate link in the description, but more on them later. And two, if you want to see more reviews of Lego compatible sets and minifigures, definitely go check out my second channel, Sharky's Fake Bricks, which is now kind of my main channel, also linked. Well, hello again. It's been a while. Honestly, I had just about hung up the towel over here on Schultzy Shark to focus on pumping out content for my new channel, Sharky's Fake Bricks. But one email and one GIGAFIG has pulled me out of retirement. This is our Emerald Akbar GIGAFIG, or as I like to call him, GIGACKBAR. See what I did there? The name The name is still patent pending. He is absolutely insane with a heck ton of super cool building techniques and detail. There's so much to love about this figure, but there are, of course, some cons as well. So let's take a closer look. First of all, this figure is massive, hence the name. He was built using 2,496 pieces, more on the build process soon, stands at just over 16 inches according to my phone, and weighs a whopping 5.5 pounds, which makes it kind of hard to do this. All of these pieces, though, went to very good use. He's super solid. First, the legs. I mean, they look like a Lego minifig, using the snot building technique to give it that polished look. On the back, he even has stud holes, which is definitely my favorite part down here on the legs. He also has a couple different color variations, including this sweet yellow stripe that goes all the way up the legs and onto the torso. This leg to torso transition is super smooth, and it was achieved using this awesome hip belt. The vest itself is also very smooth, and finishing it off, he has a super sweet collar up here. Now, you might have noticed he's supposed to have Admiral ranking up near his left shoulder here, and this could have been a con. It's supposed to be printed, but I actually kind of like it not printed. I think he looks more posh. The arms move all the way around 360 degrees, which is very Lego minifigure-like. The hands, too, can move around, and there's bricks shown, so he can actually hold a minifigure. Also included are these little flipper things on the forearms, which are great. Now, what we all came to see. The head is unreal. Okay, the eyes are my favorite part by far of the entire build. They're angled here using a really simple technique, but the look is fantastic. The mouth is slightly open and also great, and it kind of looks like he's in the middle of saying, "It's a trap!" I also really love the whiskers and chin here, which are flawless, and at least the chin is hidden really well by the collar. All the way around, I really appreciate all the studs showing and the shape that they were able to achieve. Just amazing. Another pro is the assembly. The set began by building the hip piece, then the two legs, torso, arms, and finally the head.
I have just described to you the Loch Ness Monster.
Definitely very minifig-like in how it is put together, and it can be disassembled in the same way. For the build being so massive, it actually wasn't as repetitive as you might think. They used a ton of overlapping bricks to shake things up and result in, again, a very solid build. And last thing, I thought I'd mention this, the instructions were also really easy to follow. All 800 pages. Well, there's the pros. Overall, an awesome GIGAFIG. Quickly, before we get to the cons, this is probably a good time to talk about LesDIY. Am I saying that right? Is it LesDIY? LesDIY? LesDIY. Again, they were the ones who sent me GIGACKBAR, and they've got a ton of super cool Lego alternative builds, like this sweet gunship and this $4,000 Minas Tirith set. Also included are, again, a bunch of these epic gigafigs. Some you may notice actually don't have heads, and that's because they're designed for you to put the official Lego buildable head on top. Pretty cool, right? Again, definitely go check them out through the affiliate link down in the description. Definitely worth the look, even if you don't buy anything. With all the good, there are definitely some big cons to this build as well. First on the fig, these legs look great, but don't move. I mean, it's really unfortunate you can't move those, but it also makes sense. The arms here, again, can be raised and lowered, but loosen themselves every time after only a swing or two. Finally, the eyes, they look amazing, but they too aren't very secure and fall out pretty often, especially if you're playing with them, which I don't do. Now, all those are kind of smaller things, but the real con to this whole build is, well, the build. Remember me saying this set had 2,496 pieces? Well, none of them came in numbered bags, which means I had to find every single piece individually amidst the insane number of bags. The total build time for this guy was about 10 hours. And I have to believe that could have been shaved by at least 2 hours if the pieces came in numbered bags. Maybe even more. I did get a system down eventually, but it was absolutely painstaking to say the least. A few pieces also did have minor scuff marks, which I was able to very easily clean off, but it was there nonetheless. There were also plenty of really difficult piece connections. A few times I had to perform CPR to fit the pieces together, and that's most likely due to lower piece quality. Not by much though. The pieces were actually really good. At one point I messed up the hip build and literally had to bend pieces to disassemble because they were somehow locked in on all four sides, which I don't think I've ever seen. Phew. Okay, well, that is everything. My final thoughts, well, now that GIGACKBAR is built, I think he's amazing. He looks great on display and would be a showstopper for anyone's collection. I mean, just look at my roommate's reaction. Again, if you like this Lego alternative review and want to see more reviews of similar content, definitely go check out my second channel, Sharky's Fake Pricks. And LesDIY, if you're watching, thank you so much for sending me this behemoth. What do you say, Akbar? You ready to go? Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. No way this just happened. I'm in the middle of filming B-roll and the head fell off. Oh, I should not have been tilting them so far, man. Okay, looks like I'll be cleaning this up.